She lives in a 12-square-kilometer palace with gold-plated bathrooms. Her closet holds Dior handbags worth thousands of dollars. Private jets wait at her command. But behind those diamond earrings and perfect smile lies a truth almost too shocking to believe. Welcome to the secret world of Ri Sol-ju, the mysterious First Lady of North Korea, where luxury becomes a prison and silence is the price of survival. Is she truly the queen of Asia's most secretive regime? Or is she the world's most beautiful captive, trapped behind walls of wealth and watched by 1,000 eyes? Today, we unlock the door to her forbidden reality. A world where one wrong glance could mean disappearance, where even breathing follows a script. I'm your host at Billionaire Exclusives, bringing you the stories power tries to hide. If you're fascinated by the shadowy lives of the world's most mysterious elites, hit subscribe now and activate notifications. The truth behind power is always worth knowing. The transformation. Born in the late 1980s to an elite Pyongyang family, Ri Sol-ju's childhood was nothing like the harsh reality most North Koreans face. While millions struggled with hunger, she grew up surrounded by piano lessons, vocal coaches, and ballet training. Her mother was a respected doctor, her father a prominent academic. But even this privileged existence came with invisible chains. From her earliest days, Ri showed exceptional talent. Her voice could silence a room. Clear, emotional, magnetic. By her late teens, she had joined the prestigious Unhasu Orchestra, performing patriotic love songs on North Korea's most exclusive stages. Then something unexpected happened. In 2005, a beautiful young woman appeared in South Korea, waving flags and shouting, "We are one!" during the Asian Athletics Championships. That woman was Ri Sol-ju, part of North Korea's elite cheerleading squad, briefly allowed to cross the border on a carefully controlled mission. And then she vanished. No more performances, no more public appearances. It was as if she had been erased from history. For 7 years, her name disappeared from all records, her voice silenced, her existence a question mark. When she reappeared in 2012, everything had changed. North Korean state media released images of a woman walking beside the newly appointed leader, Kim Jong Un. Gone was the vibrant performer. In her place stood a composed, elegant figure in a classic Chanel suit, her hair perfectly styled, her expression carefully controlled. The announcement came without warning. This was the respected First Lady of North Korea. Why her? What happened during those missing years? According to intelligence sources, the marriage was arranged hastily after Kim Jong-il's death. The young, untested Kim Jong Un needed stability, a softer image to complement missile launches and military parades. They chose Ri Sol-ju not for love, but for what she represented: youth, beauty, culture, refinement, a modern face for a regime desperate to appear progressive while maintaining absolute control. From that moment, she was no longer a person. She had become a carefully crafted symbol, a mask of perfection placed beside raw power. The golden cage. To the outside world, Ri Sol-ju lives a dream. Ryongseong Residence, her primary home, stretches across 12 square kilometers of manicured grounds. Inside its walls, Olympic-sized swimming pools, private movie theaters, banquet halls with gold-plated fixtures, and rooms filled with Italian marble. Her wardrobe overflows with designer labels. Her wrists glimmer with Swiss watches. Her collection of Dior handbags alone costs more than most North Koreans will see in decades. But look closer. Every luxury hides a restraint. She has no phone, no internet access, no social media, no freedom to choose her friends. Her wardrobe, while expensive, must follow strict guidelines, modest hemlines, approved colors, nothing too bold or expressive. Even her hairstyle requires official approval before any change. The surveillance never stops. Every room contains hidden cameras and microphones. Every staff member reports her movements, conversations, and expressions. She cannot speak to any man except her husband without permission. She cannot go anywhere, not even to the bathroom, without notifying her guards. When she appears in public, every moment follows meticulous choreography. She must smile for exactly 3 seconds when greeting officials. She must stand precisely 2 steps behind Kim Jong Un when entering buildings. She must tilt her head at the approved angle when photographed. One deviation, one unplanned gesture could trigger consequences beyond imagination. Most shocking of all, there is no escape. In North Korea, divorce from the supreme leader is impossible. Once you enter the palace as his wife, you remain his wife until death. The door locks forever. Former palace staff who managed to defect describe a woman who lives like a doll in a display case. Beautiful, perfect, immobile. Her elegant dresses conceal a reality where her body, her voice, even her thoughts belong to the state. Is this the price of being North Korea's first lady? A golden prison where luxury becomes punishment and wealth becomes isolation? And yet, the most dangerous aspect isn't the control itself. It's what happens when another woman with actual power decides Ri Sol-ju's perfect image has become a threat. The silent war. Inside North Korea's power structure, Ri Sol-ju isn't the only woman in the inner circle. There exists another figure who moves through the palace halls with actual authority, Kim Yo-jong, Kim Jong Un's sister. Unlike Ri, who appears in soft lighting with elegant dresses and careful smiles, Kim Yo-jong presents herself as a sharp, unyielding force. She doesn't need designer labels to command respect. Her cold stare alone can silence military generals. While Ri stands quietly beside her husband, Yo-jong gives orders, signs declarations, and increasingly represents the regime to the world. In 2020, this hidden rivalry burst into public view through an international incident. South Korean defectors sent balloons across the border carrying leaflets that contained doctored, disrespectful images of Ri Sol-ju. The response was immediate and explosive. Within days, North Korea blew up the Inter-Korean Liaison Office, one of the few diplomatic connections between the two nations. Who gave the order? Officially, Kim Jong Un. But intelligence analysts believe Kim Yo-jong personally directed the retaliation, using the insult to her sister-in-law as justification for a devastating display of power. Most telling was Ri Sol-ju's complete absence during the crisis. No statement, no appearance, no reaction whatsoever. While Yo-jong dominated headlines with harsh threats against South Korea, Ri remained invisible. This wasn't coincidence. In the complex chess game of North Korean politics, these two women represent opposing strategies. Ri Sol-ju embodies the soft power image, cultured, refined, a modern face for an isolated regime. Kim Yo-jong represents hard power, direct, ruthless, the true bloodline of the Kim dynasty. For Ri, this dynamic creates impossible danger. Show too much influence and Yo-jong might perceive a threat. Fade too far into the background and she loses relevance. Every public appearance becomes a calculation, every smile a strategic choice. And the stakes couldn't be higher. In a palace where people regularly disappear for minor offenses, being caught in a power struggle with the leader's sister isn't just risky, it could be fatal. Yet amid this tension, Ri Sol-ju holds one card even Yo-jong cannot easily take: motherhood. The mother and the legacy. While missiles launch and political tensions rise, Ri Sol-ju quietly performs her most crucial role: mother to the next generation of North Korea's ruling dynasty. According to intelligence reports, she and Kim Jong Un have 3 children. Their daughter, Kim Ju-ae, has recently stepped into the spotlight, appearing alongside her father at military events, missile tests, and state functions. This isn't just a family outing, it's a carefully calculated message. In 2022, when Kim Ju-ae first appeared at a missile launch wearing a black coat standing tall beside her father, generals bowed to her. Military officials, hardened men who command nuclear weapons, showed deference to a child. The message was clear. This girl matters to the future of North Korea. For Ri Sol-ju, motherhood provides the one aspect of power no one can easily take away. Not even Kim Yo-jong can disrupt the biological connection between mother and potential heir. If Kim Ju-ae is being groomed for leadership, which would be revolutionary in the patriarchal Kim dynasty, then Ri's position becomes more secure with each public appearance of her daughter. Behind palace walls, Rai personally oversees her daughter's education, not in public schools or foreign academies, but in secret facilities with hand-picked tutors. Beyond academics, she teaches her the skills of leadership, horse riding, swimming, languages, and most critically, how to maintain perfect composure under relentless scrutiny. Is she raising a daughter in her own image, beautiful, controlled, symbolic? Or is she quietly preparing a stronger version of herself, a woman who might someday hold real power? Perhaps this explains why Ri Sol-ju continues her performance. Not for herself, that person disappeared years ago, but for her child, who might inherit something more than a symbolic role. And so the mystery deepens. Behind designer clothes and practiced smiles exists a woman none of us will ever truly know. Is she a willing participant in her golden cage? A reluctant actress in an endless propaganda film? Or a strategic player making the best of impossible circumstances? The doors of North Korea remain closed. The truth stays locked inside. But one fact remains clear. In the most controlling regime on Earth, appearance is never reality. The woman behind the mask. Every day, Ri Sol-ju walks through a palace of mirrors. Each reflects back only what the regime demands: perfect poise, flawless makeup, elegant composure. But no mirror shows what lies beneath. When the cameras turn away, when the palace falls quiet, who is she then? Does she remember the young singer who once moved audiences with her voice? Does she miss the simplicity of making choices, even small ones, for herself? Her reality exists in contradictions: immense wealth, yet absolute control; worldwide recognition, yet personal erasure; mother to future leaders, yet powerless over her own life. This paradox defines her existence: to be both everything and nothing. A global fashion icon forbidden from choosing her own clothes. The wife of Asia's most feared leader, yet unable to speak freely to him. The embodiment of North Korean elegance, yet constantly at risk of vanishing. Perhaps the most haunting question isn't about politics or power, but something deeply human. Can a person survive the complete erasure of self? When you've spent years performing perfection, does the real you still exist underneath? In Pyongyang's Golden Palace, behind every smile and designer outfit, remains the most elusive mystery of all. Not the secrets of a regime, but the truth of one woman's heart. As we step back from the golden gates of Pyongyang, one question remains. Is Ri Sol-ju truly living, or merely existing as a beautiful ghost in North Korea's political machine? Her journey from talented singer to closely watched First Lady reveals more than just one woman's fate. It exposes the true nature of power, how it transforms people into symbols, how it demands complete surrender, how it replaces humanity with performance. In a world obsessed with wealth and status, Ri Sol-ju's story offers a chilling reminder. All the luxury in the world means nothing without freedom. Her golden palace is still a cage. Her designer clothes are still a uniform. Her perfect smile still hides unspoken truths. Perhaps that's why her story resonates so deeply. In her carefully controlled existence, we glimpse our own struggles with authenticity and sacrifice, though on a dramatically different scale. Here at Billionaire Exclusives, we pull back the curtain on the world's most mysterious lives. If this glimpse into North Korea's hidden palace fascinated you, subscribe now for more exclusive stories about power's most guarded secrets. Leave a comment with what aspect of Ri Sol-ju's life shocked you most. The truth deserves witnesses, even when it can't speak for itself.